There's a brand new exhibition exhibiting at Norberg Hall, and that's where I am today. I'm joined by co-director Shannon now to tell us about it. But for our viewers who might not be familiar with Norberg Hall, tell us a little bit about this art gallery.
Sure. We are based in Wilkinses, Calgary. We're a commercial contemporary art gallery that works with emerging, mid-career, and established Canadian artists. We try to foster a deeper understanding of their practice with community, collectors, institutions, and museums.
Yeah, and right now you're featuring 3 artists, but let's talk about the new exhibition, Grinning. This is 2 Canadian artists, Larissa Tiggelers and Emma Welch.
Yeah, so Larissa is an artist that we've represented for a number of years, and we wanted to start the year off strong, so we work in a collaborative format and asked Larissa if she would like to do something and incorporate and include another artist with her work. And enters Emma Welch. And so it's a beautiful exhibition, and we're thrilled to begin the new year with it.
And they'll be exhibiting here until March 13th, but concurrently there's also another local artist that is featured here in your gallery.
Yes, we also have an exhibition up right now by Richard Brown. He is a Calgary-based artist and associate professor at AU Arts. The exhibition and the body of work, is called Days for Hours. It's based off a song that he likes and means something to him, and he knows that there's a line in it that he recognizes has meaning but doesn't necessarily make sense to him. However, as a whole, it does.
Yeah, and all of their works, beautiful, very interesting to look at. Thank you so much, Shannon.
Thank you for coming.
Now, of course, you'll want to visit Norberg Hall, take a look at some of these exhibitions. Norberg Hall is open Tuesday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more information, norberghall.com. Grinning is an exhibition currently at Norberg Hall featuring 2 Canadian artists, Larissa Tiggelers and Emma Welch. I'm joined now by Larissa to tell us a little bit more about the inspiration behind Grinning.
Yeah, nice. Thanks for coming. I have worked with Norberg Hall for about 12 or 13 years, and Shannon and I, one of the co-directors, were chatting about how to maybe the opportunity to invite someone to exhibit. And I had a kind of long list and a short list, and then Emma and I met a number of years ago at the University of Guelph, and I've always sort of had a sort of connection to our work. We both sort of work similar visual or formal themes, at least. Concepts maybe deep down are different, but at first look there's some consistencies, and we sort of got inspired to think about the work, the kind of mirroring that happens with both of our practices, this repetition and commitment to kind of repeating a form, and thinking about the title itself came from thinking about like the symmetry or asymmetry of a grin or a smile, and also giving her sculptures and my paintings some kind of autonomy as like actual maybe beings in the world, or having some kind of their own personality through their own like repetition within themselves. Yeah.
Emma's work and your work really do complement each other very well. Let's focus a little bit on this piece behind us, because you can see the mirroring and the symmetry. But as you and I are talking, you've mentioned that these pieces are just a little bit off. They're not twins.
Yeah, and the colors are slightly different. The tone or shade or lightness will shift, and then the forms themselves will also sometimes, they'll be like maybe one side will have a little bit more of a tilt or a shrinking, and it takes a little bit of time to see that in the work.
It makes the viewer question themselves, is this an optical delusion? Am I just seeing things? But that's all by design, and it's so interesting to look at.
I think between Emma's work and mine, we're both sort of interested in maybe having people sort of move around the work. And painting is usually traditionally straight on or representing one sort of surface or idea or a landscape, but not always. That's not a one and done rule, but we were thinking about how these are sort of sculptural, and her work is so obviously sculptural, and they kind of have this both. We talked about fins a lot, sort of like birds or fish, and the repetition of that movement and maybe fluttering or changing. Yeah.
It's fantastic, and it's absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, Larissa.
Thanks.
Now, of course, if you're interested in learning more about Larissa's work, you can find that on her website, larissatiglers.com. For more information about Norberg Hall, though, you can always visit norberghall.com. You're looking at a stunning sculpture created by Canadian artist Emma Welch, who's currently exhibiting with another Canadian artist, Larissa Tiggelers, and here at Norberg Hall. I'm joined now by Emma to tell us more about your work. Emma, these pieces all originated on a 2D drawing.
Yeah, my practice is fairly rooted in drawing, so I start by kind of conducting sort of my own field research, which is studying kind of various plant and animal and insect material, which I create kind of new forms from, and then from there I kind of just see whether the forms want to situate themselves as sculpture, or I also make paintings, so often they're built into compositions for paintings.
But I love how you use the sketchbook, your drawings, as just kind of a place to situate all of your thoughts and your ideas and your inspiration, and it creates something beautiful like this. Tell us a little bit about these pieces. They do look organic, like you can tell the, maybe parts of aquatic in nature or maybe even floral.
Yeah, totally. I think that what's nice about the forms themselves is they still, to a viewer, look natural in a way. I feel like I've heard people describe these as sea urchins. Or,
How would you describe them?
As beings. I feel like I feel like whenever I make a sculpture, they just feel like beings.
They're beautiful. And this collaboration you have with Larissa really sort of dates back to several years ago when you guys have met in university.
Yeah, so Larissa invited me to do this show with her here at Norberg Hall. So we had met in Guelph during our time there, but also spent some time together in Toronto. And I was really happy when she invited me because I feel like deep in my phone somewhere I had made a note about folks that I would want to show with or works that I could see being in dialogue together. And Larissa was always on my list, so I was really excited when she invited me. Yeah.
And you're welcome to Calgary. This is your first time exhibiting here too.
Yeah, first time in Calgary. It's great. It's warm.
It is. Yeah, it is. Thank you so much, Emma, and good luck.
Thanks.
Now, you can always catch this exhibition, Grinning, at Norberg Hall until March 13th. But for more information about Emma, you can visit her at her website, emmawelch.info.